I kid you not, guys. The first encounter after I stopped recording, and I get a Buizel. So, I'm gonna use Weather Ball real quick. And notice that. The Buizel is faster than me, okay? We know that because it moved first. And that's partially because of a special ability it has that's affected only when it's in the rain. Holy smokes, my Castform's powerful. Okay, shoot. Well, but you saw that. Buizels move before Castforms. Or at least most Buizels move before most Castforms. In the rain. And that's because of the ability Swift Swim. Now, Swift Swim, what it does is it doubles speed. So it allows you to move faster, but only when it's raining. When it's not raining, the ability's worthless. It's like a vestigial structure, basically, outside of rain. And that can obviously be pretty problematic. Because without the rain, it's basically like one of your adaptations is just useless. So that's why Buizel love the rain so much, because when they're not in the rain, well, they're just objectively not as well fit to their environment. Additionally, the Buizels are water type, and so their water type moves, they benefit a lot from the rain, obviously, but they're hindered a lot when in sunlight, because sunlight weakens the ability of water types. It's just sort of how the game works. It's kind of similar to real life. On hot days, water evaporates, there isn't as much water, that kind of stuff. And I'm going to try to find another Buizel. I can't really afford to cut. But if I don't find another Buizel... Oh, man. Okay. But you can already tell how a lot of the species here rely very, very heavily on the rain. If it's not raining, then they are struggling. And the two that aren't affected as much as Croagunk and Buizel would be Shellos and Quagsire. Yeah, they don't like having their water-type moves weakened, but they aren't exactly taking damage every turn like Croagunks, and they're not really losing a bunch of speed like Buizel. So they're not as bad. And so they're more subject to change. If it became sunny 100% all of a sudden, instead of rainy all the time, they'd be more likely to survive than specialists like Buizel or Croagunk. And here we go, another Buizel. Finally. I'm glad hope you guys didn't get bored listening to me rant on about it. But here we go. Bonus points if it can use a water type move. I'm going to use Sunny Day to turn it sunny. There we go. Sunny Day. And you can see me transform. Now I'm all pretty. Sunlight is strong. Now I'm going to use Weather Ball. Notice that. I'm faster. Outside of the rain, Buizel slows down to way too slow of levels. And it's easily taken out. And so that's why Buizel really needs the rain. And so does Croagunk. And what I'm trying to get at is messing with climate is very, very problematic for most species because oftentimes they can't adapt, and they can't adapt very quickly. And each species is going to be able to adapt at different rates, as we saw. The Croagunk and the Buizels did not like the sunlight at all, but the Shellos and Quagsires, they didn't like it, but they could probably survive. And so that's my story. I'm gonna go back and try to find a snowy weather, and I'll make part 2. So, see you then.